All right, Cancer, thank you for tuning in. My name is Miss Weeds, and this is your October reading. It's not necessarily a love reading, but love may come through. It's not necessarily a predictive reading, but predictions may come through. This is more of advice for the month of October. Sun, Moon, Rising, and probably Venus signs for Cancer. We're going to figure out what it is that Spirit wants you to know for the month of October. We have 4 oracle cards in front of us. The first card says Messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. The second card says, see me in their eyes. See me in their eyes. And we have a card that says Starseer with the number 46. And then we have a card that says, I'm up for the challenge, flirting with the idea of or flirting with a person. And we have another card that says vision boards, blueprints, something under development. Something under development. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling cards. But I'm actually taking a look at this card that says Messenger. So it feels like for me, and then we have the card that says see me in their eyes. It feels very third person to me. Oh, yes, it is very third person, because if you notice this ladder, usually ladders to me represent being able to create a bridge from one state of being to the next state of being. And then we have a person who's literally watching you take that journey into your, I guess, in another realm, or like almost like quantum leaping, quantum jumping from being in one state of being to another state of being. The star can represent your dreams or your hopes, your aspirations, just like as in the tarot card, the star. So this is you, someone observing you from like third person point of view. Okay. I don't know if it could be yourself observing you, but I feel like someone else is observing you. Anyway, we have the card that says Messenger. So for you, Cancer, October definitely brings like peace and maybe like a chance for you to maybe recenter. And in that recentering, it feels like some of you could be like remembering all that you've done. And I'm talking the good, the bad, the ugly. All right. Honestly, in the past, I already see that you guys have set a whole lot of standards, a whole lot of goals, and you're reaching better and better, higher levels, especially with the energy of the Star Seeker here with the ladder. What else do we have? Yeah, it looks like a lot of you are coming into yourself. Like you're having a better sense of wholeness of who you are. And even like some of you are just getting so much more comfortable in your own skin or in your own life, where you are in life, even if you're not like where you want to be in life. But Cancer, at least you've come this far is what it feels like. Cancer, you should always remember that just because some people around you, like on Instagram, Facebook, friends, high school friends, neighbors, things like that, just because they seem so much more advanced in their life doesn't mean that you're not already in the shoes that someone else wants to get into, wants to fit into, wants to be into. Honestly, I'm going to say, Cancer, don't be like surprised when people want to know more about your success, because you are like a scene of success in this person's eyes here. You are a scene of success in this person's eyes. It feels like right now you are already where someone wants to be. They want to put your shoes on. They want to be wearing your shoes right now. And in a sense, I feel like in some sort of way, you are already a messenger or a sense of an influence for them. Maybe even a reminder of how far they still have to go just to be where you are. Really. I also feel like that when you walk into a room, Cancer, for the month of October, people are going to really pick up on how you carry yourself. They're going to pick up on how you respond to certain things. And there's a respect that comes with that. Okay. Let's go ahead and just start pulling. That was just like a mini message that I got just from those cards alone. But yeah, like we spoke about the vision boards and blueprints, something is under development. And the energy of the ladder here, there's something is this right? No, that's wrong. I don't want to have any reversals in my deck, sorry. Unless it just comes out in reverse. Oh, damn, that's still not right. Look at me. Sorry, you guys. I just want to make sure I shuffled it right. What I'm thinking. But this energy of the star seer, this person already sees the value in you, even though you're not seeing it right now. And Spirit is saying, even if it's not a person that's seeing the value in you and where you are in life right now, you should take that time out to kind of see it for yourself. Okay, remind yourself of who you are during the month of October. Let's go ahead and get a card about messenger. No, first, actually, I want to see me through their eyes. I want to know more about this card, see me through their eyes. Why do we have this card, see me through their eyes? We have the Two of Cups here. So this is a sense of attraction here. They are attracted to the way you carry yourself, the way you handle your business. I think I had already spoke about that. Actually, this person has similar viewpoints as you. They see themselves where you are. They see themselves getting to where you are now. Okay? This person is already you're inspiring them to start taking certain steps to, furthering themselves, because this is the energy of the Fool. So there's a sense of spontaneity in this person that you're sparking within them. Maybe you could be doing this together. Maybe this is, if this was in the sense of love or a partnership, maybe you inspire this person to go on, newer levels of like self-improvement and self-mastery already, just by you being in their presence. Yeah. And then we have the energy of King of Wands. So you're definitely a person that's very daring. You're not really necessarily like afraid. I feel like people around you, you have like this bold sense of like, you just put yourself out there and you just do it, whether or not you're going to hurt yourself or what. It feels risky, but it's actually not risky. It's very calculated. When you first initially put yourself out there was fear surrounding this energy. But the fact that your excitement and your I guess you would call it like your sense of discovery started to take over. You just couldn't allow yourself to like think about what it would be like to miss this particular opportunity. You know how it is when you're always thinking about like the what ifs. That's what sort of took over in you, the energy of the Fool card and the King of Wands mixed with the Two of Cups. This is something that drew you to it and attracted you to it, and that's something that they see in you in everything that you do. So they want to take on those things, those characteristics for themselves. Energy of Two of Cups. All right. And this is again kind of reiterating what I'm saying, if you will, what I said in the original oracle cards here. Let's look at the word messenger, Spirit. Why do we have the keyword being messenger? It says bring harmony and balance. All right. What is this? Okay. So you have a chance here to share knowledge here. Yes, you have a chance to share this knowledge here. And this knowledge is something that came very slowly over years. When we think of the word being a messenger, you think of someone who's already done the hard work, and you're here to like provide some sort of insight or hidden knowledge, or knowledge from your perspective, from someone who sees themselves in you already with the energy of Two of Cups, right? You're getting a chance to share that with them. All right, more information on this. What else do we have for Cancer for the month of October? We have two cards here. I'm going to read them together. Exactly what I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, this feels like definitely like hidden knowledge, but this is like almost in a sense of like, this feels like you have an inner voice, and it's more of the quietness that speaks louder than the actual words. So it feels like you leading by example. We have the Knight of Cups here. So this could be you giving someone creative ideas, or them viewing your gracefulness that you have about yourself and how poised you are possibly. And the fact that you are able to kind of embody your Cancerian characteristics, and you wrap it up so nicely for them, like it's okay to feel the feelings that you're feeling whenever you need to feel it. and you're able to sort of communicate those feelings. So you're either a great communicator, or the fact that they love the way that you communicate because it's so respectful. It doesn't necessarily hurt anyone, but it feels like it's still something that needs to be heard. It's not ignored. I'll say that. Whatever message you give to someone, how you speak to someone, it's it's a respectful energy. Sometimes when I think of the Hierophant, I'm sorry, not the Hierophant, but sometimes when I think of the Hermit, sorry, I tend to get like a sense of respect for this person, because the energy of the Hermit is a journey that they took on themselves, and it's from their own. It's a journey that literally feels like it kind of came from within, and it feels like it's not necessarily influenced by anyone else. It may have been influenced by some people, but there was something that may have sparked this energy in them, but it came from themselves. It wasn't necessarily influenced by, it wasn't tainted by the external world around them. So it feels like it's coming deep from within them completely. And the messages that you relay, Cancer, throughout the month, how you speak to people, how you handle certain things, how you react to everything, it's just very well respected is what it looks like. And I think that even if you are to be using your words and your ideas, your creative talents, if you have any that you want to bring forward for the month of October, is going to be well received. Okay, people are very curious to know more about you. People are listening. The energy of the High Priestess, people are listening to what it is that you have to say as a messenger for the month of October. All right, with the Messenger card, it's not necessarily listening to you just it's not just necessarily listening to you talk about anything super spiritual or anything, but there's something to understand. There's something good that comes out of hearing you speak and how you handle yourself. Okay, and even just hearing about your background stories. Okay, all right, Spirit, can we get some information on the Star Seer card? Can we get some information on the Star Seer card? What do we have here for Cancer during the month of October? Okay. Okay, we have two sixes here. We have the number 46, and then we have the six of swords. So 6 can usually deal with literal communication, and it also deals with responsibility, but it's mostly about transitions. We have a ladder that represents transition, and a boat going from rough, rocky spots to a much calmer place in their life, or wherever it is that they want to be, the one that brings them, a sense of peace and harmony, all this and that. But what I'm looking at is someone is observing your transitions that you're making, right? So this is still from another person's point of view. And then the number 4 can represent symmetry, and it represents balance and endurance. And above most, it represents practicality. So the things that they're seeing you do are things that anyone can do if they apply it. Your results have come from you being consistent, is what it looks like. More information here. All right. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. I'm going to pull one more card about that so I can make sure that it's correct. And we have another card that's in reverse. Okay, so basically you didn't get to the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, which is about your manifestations, your new opportunities, and your abundance and resources by being lazy, or not even just about being lazy, but the Knight of Wands reverse. It's you didn't get to that abundance that you have by self-doubt. You had to have that sort of confidence, okay? And if it wasn't the confidence, there was something else that sort of pushed you into this. And honestly, it wasn't necessarily anything financially that pushed you into it. It wasn't you necessarily feeling like you were in survival mode and just needing to have the money. No, because that wasn't enough for you. This feels like it was more about, felt like you just wanted to have more self-mastery. Sometimes when I think of the Knight of Wands reverse, I think of a person who does work fast and sloppy. And this wasn't you. Like I said, with the energy of the number 4 and 6, your transition had structure and symmetry. Okay? And I think people who are watching you It's like they have their structure is not it's not maintained, and it's they're wanting quick results, or they're wanting something to come along very fast, and they're not willing to put in the work that it takes to get that. Um, I do feel like you definitely set a certain tone with the energy of Ace of Wands. You set a tone, you set new passions in motion, and you act off of it. I actually feel like you have a lot more visions inside of your mind than what you let on. You just haven't put them into works yet. So Spirit says that there's a lot more left to come with the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. We have the energy that says vision boards and blueprints and something under development. So Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands says this is going to have a great turnout, whatever this is. Whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever it is that you're coming into manifesting, this new world that you're creating for yourself, it's so much more easier. You have to continue to maintain that patience for yourself. I'm also feeling like some of you are trying out different things though, like either seeing what fits best for you, and I'm also seeing you taking some sort of a leadership role. Like I said, it's not necessarily meant to be a reading about the future as in like predictive readings, but I am seeing that. And I also just heard from Spirit in my head that whenever you kind of forget who you are or where you came from, even I have to do this myself sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I get lost in my everyday life, like my mundane life, my life outside of reading tarot. And I start to forget who Judy is and what it is that Judy loves, right? And I feel like I don't become my whole self anymore. And it's like I tend to forget that I love the things that I love that I know no one else around me really appreciates and loves like that. And every now and then I'll set up a small altar dedicated just to myself so that I can see myself in third person. And I'm like, hey, this bitch is pretty cool. That's what I think to myself. I'm like, all the things that I've done, all the interests that I have, it's very strange. I feel very quirky sometimes. And I feel like for other people, I may not fit in, or I feel like you know how it is when you can be multiple things at one time, and you wonder how could a person who likes all those things and does this for a living, does this on the side, when you just look at them, you're like, you would never imagine them being the type of person that they are. How can that all fit in one box? Well, it does. It just does. Because that's me. But that's just on my story. And sometimes I have to put out items that I really love. Like, I don't care if it's like certain fragrances I love, pictures of certain items that I love, or cutouts from magazines, just to kind of help me remind me of who I am. I don't care if it's even like a certain series that I love to watch, getting back into certain series that means something to me to watch on television. It kind of brings me back to my original like who I really am at heart, so I can recognize my own potential to move forward in my true person, like in my wholeness, in my own shoes, all right? And then I start to kind of redirect myself from there. I know that was very confusing, but sometimes I do that. But anyway, let's see what message the Spirit wants to say. What is the message here? What is the advice? What's the advice from Spirit? It kind of feels like Spirit is saying the same exact thing that I just said, honestly. Okay, we have the cards Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So for me, Queen of Cups is usually a very much calm, intuitive, supportive role, right? And then we have the Four of Swords. So Four of Swords is usually like a relaxation or a sanctuary place. So Spirit says, find your sanctuary within your own supportive role. Like, how can you support yourself? And let that be your sanctuary. This is a place where you can be surrounded by all the things that you love, where you can only indulge in the things that bring you happiness, bring you a sense of peace, going to places that make you feel good, being involved with people and other things that just literally bring you back to who you actually are, okay? Because I feel like we tend to forget how far we've come, and we tend to get to where we want to compare ourselves to other people. And that really is more of a setback for you, is what Spirit is saying. So basically the message here is there are people looking at you from a person perspective. See me through their eyes. There's people looking at you from a third person perspective, and then there needs to be a time when you need to look at yourself from a third person perspective and see the star within yourself too. So, start creating vision boards, start making new blueprints for yourself, and, start reinvesting in yourself so that you can witness the abundance, the balance, change your perspective, you know. Thank you for listening to this video. It was a little bit longer than what I expected, but that's okay. Cancer, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if it resonated for you, leave me a comment. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.